back to the First Off in My Opinion podcast.
You know how we do.
Tom Swoop.
If a woman has experimented with another woman in her past, why is it socially acceptable? But if a man do it, violation.
Because women are sexual objects. It's just easier to put a woman on a sexual object pedestal than a man. And there's also the act of taking a penis is a little different than the act of giving it. So to take a penis, there tends to be more femininity to it.
Yes.
And people have this whole notion that a man can only be a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
So you saying if a man, and this has come up on my podcast multiple times, where women have been with a man who had a gay experience, it could be 10, 15 years ago.
When they were kids or something like that.
And he tells her about it in a safe place. You my woman. I'm in love with you. We're in a relationship. And the relationship is never the same. Never the same.
Because women also have this thing that we'll never be able to satisfy our man. So
Yeah,
And that comes up. And that comes
tell
up.
me that you've been with a man, that means I can never fully not only do I have to compete with other women, I now have to compete with other
correct.
But is it the same way for,
Same way. I think
I've
it's
been with a bisexual man. It doesn't bother me.
see. We
doesn't bother
had that. I asked my group that question: would you date a guy that was bisexual or had a experience with another man? 99% of them was like, no. And then one of the ladies got on there and was like, actually, most of y'all are messing with men that have messed with a man
They
before.
have.
But they said they would rather not know.
I agree what Yaya said about, for as a man, it doesn't take anything away from a woman, in my eyes, if I knew that she dated another woman. It actually adds more possibilities to our relationship, you know what I'm saying? But I do think from a woman's standpoint, it takes a lot away from what she looks for in a man. It kind of, she might look at him like he's a little emasculated.
Yeah.
With that. But also, from my conversations I had in college, that's kind of a black community thing. White girls will tell you, my husband used to be gay. So in a white community, you can, used to be gay. In a black community, you're gay for life.
You're
still gay. If you did something, that's on your resume. That is what it is.
It sticks to you.
Yeah.
I just think just in general, period, with the black community, once you do something that's attached to your name the rest of your life, it's so unfortunate. We don't have a lot of grace in the black community. Yeah. Or we're not very forgiving.
And people do have this, you're experimenting, you're going through
correct
phase.
Yeah.
And they allow you to have it and figure out, even addiction. They're allowed to get addicted to drugs. They're allowed to,
and get over
mess
it.
off.
If you're a crackhead once, you're a crackhead forever, honey.
Let me ask y'all this question. Is it safe to say, if that's the case, is that the reason why there are so many down low black guys? Because if a black guy come out and say, I like both, you don't get to like both. You on that side now. You gay now.
But have you guys seen a guy on TikTok who says sensational? He has an outright
Future?
Future?
No. I forget his name. But
I did. Hold on. I did a voiceover. I know the tall, dark skin guy. He said something about that.
He looks like he can beat everybody up in here.
He's a big guy.
Yeah.
But he has never outright said that he's bisexual.
But he kind of throws it out there.
Hints around it. And the backlash that he gets, it's strange because this man is just saying who he is. But the truth is, if he didn't look the way that he looked and he wasn't as big as he was, he wouldn't be able to say even the part that he's saying right now.
Joe Budden? That's how you said Budden? He came out and said he was bisexual.
No,
Really?
No,
He didn't outright.
It was a soundbite.
Yeah, he didn't.
Oh,
outright
okay,
say it,
okay.
He wasn't
but
saying that.
Oh, he didn't say that.
He didn't
I
outright
can
say
see-
it. But
I
he was
honestly,
like, it was though, but
Yeah, it was just like a soundbite that got took out of context.
Oh, okay.
I think there are a lot
So-
more
And it
bisexual
exploded.
men than
But
I think my
I
ex
feel like this
bisexual.
goes into the same arena with, I want a man who can talk to me and tell me everything.
Yeah, and then when I do,
And then when he does, it is literally the narrative, the story of his life for the rest of his life.
So I had a situation with a guy that I was dating. His sister told me that it was some stuff that happened with one of his college professors. It was a male. It was some sexual stuff. Well, he came back and told me the story, and he was like, yeah, I walked in on him doing some sexual things with one of my other frat brothers or whatever. He was living with them. In the time that we were dating, the man popped up in his life again. I asked him, like, why are you hanging out with someone that you know basically violate? Because he said he tried to touch on him in a sexual way. And I'm like, why are you still? So I feel like he struggled with it.
That may have not have been a touch thing. That may have been like an encounter thing.
I think it was an encounter. And I think, I don't know why he still talks to that man, though.
So
And the man didn't even
everybody
speak to
watching,
me.
do y'all watch Insecure, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you remember I believe it was the second season when African girl Molly's character, this sort of happened. Like Molly was like, yeah, I used to mess with a girl back in college.
Yeah.
And then the guy was like, I did some weird stuff with a guy, he ain't even say like anything. And Molly just never could get over it. And so I interviewed a girl maybe about a year ago, and she basically found out she was a cover.
A beard.
Yeah,
That's what we call it.
Is that what
yeah.
I didn't know there was.
Yeah, I didn't know.
It's
it
a
was called
beard. This I guess because this is what they say in church. It's a church lingo. There's a lot of gay men in church. A lot of them.
Oh,
And
yeah.
so
Yeah.
And so they call you a beard because you're a cover up.
She found out afterwards, and she felt like she needed to still go back and confront the man about it to get some closure, I guess. I still feel like when it's a man, why does it go so deep? I guess that's what I'm trying to figure out.
Because there is a level of submission when you're taking thing.
I think it takes away
You
from
have
his
to.
What are
be
they
very-
taking?
Thing. Tallywhacker. Ding dong.
pickle.
The slong. Pickle. There's a level of submission to it. There's a level of femininity to it. There's a level of, and most women want their men to remain big and strong.
I think it's still double standard.
What if you the
I
other
agree.
guy?
I didn't say
I
that
still
it was
think
right.
it's a damn. I had to think about it because I've had a sexual encounter with a woman multiple times, and I don't consider myself gay. I just consider myself.
So you don't consider yourself bisexual?
No, I don't even
Would
consider
you
myself
do it again
bisexual.
though?
Why would you not consider yourself bisexual?
Because it's not something that I would do without a man.
So it's not
But
something that you
still-
desire.
It's not something that
You
I
just down for it.
desire. I just was down for it.
So hold on. So if a guy said, I just want to suck a slang just because, my lady wants me to do it, can he say the same thing? I'm not gay?
He can't. No, they're saying he can't, but he can because he may not. Like I would never. It's not a thought that I would be with a woman and be in a relationship with a woman.
So yours is more relationship wise versus just the act of.
Mine's is sex. I like.
You have people who go to jail.
My
do that
brother,
thing-
yes,
do that thing
in jail and get out.
And then they get out and they be like, "Is you gay?" Nah, I ain't gay. That was jail.
Oh,
No,
yeah, they mean
seriously.
that.
That don't
And
get talked
that's
about.
dead. They be dead ass. Like that
Yeah.
was just jail.
I want to say in Dubai, I want to say in India, there's an understanding. There's certain boys, like if you have sex with them anally, it's not considered gay.
What?
I want to say in certain Muslim cultures, like don't quote me now. Let's make sure we reach the sources before you post it. That if you go to Dubai, it is like known that you can sleep with certain young men and it's not considered gay.
Oh yeah, that's big in like ancient Greek culture too.
Yes.
like in 300, all them little soldiers, they was all like gay dudes who
It's
was
not
like taking little boys to
But
war
should I?
with them.
I really don't like titles too either. Like the whole calling me BBW or plus size. I don't like that type of stuff because I feel like I'm in a box. So do you think that I'm y'all think that I should
Yes.
say I'm bisexual? But it's not something that I practice
I
on a
wouldn't say
regular
you're
basis.
bisexual.
Like the first encounter was over 11 years ago, and then I did it again, and it lasts for a couple of months, and I was over it.
you-
I mean, I recorded a rap album when I was 21.
But you're not a
I'm
rapper.
still a rapper, I guess, ain't I?
No,
I play a beat, I'm gonna still hit that. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
I don't
Are
know.
you still attracted to women?
I've always been attracted to women. I think women are beautiful.
No, there's a difference. I tried to be
attracted,
with a woman.
aroused.
I tried to be
I
with
can
a
be
woman
aroused by a
because I
woman.
was attracted to women, and then
Certain
I got
type of
there, and I'm
women.
like, I won't be here no more. There's a difference between being attracted to versus like you sexually turn me on.
I'm turned on by women, but I don't want to be with one. I guess because of what I do.
You sounded more and more bisexual the more we
No,
had
listen.
conversation.
No, seriously. This is the thing, and I would.
I was
If,
with you at first.
okay, well, I guess I'm bisexual, but it's not something that I do on a regular basis. I would think bisexual women, they include women in their lifestyle. I don't. That makes sense.
Well,
like I've done it before once
And you're
in my
not
life.
ruling it out doing it again.
Yeah, I'm not ruling out doing it again,
Yeah.
but that's not something that I gotta like. I know some of my friends that are bisexual that have sexual encounters with women on a regular basis.
But if somebody was celibate, that doesn't mean that they're not straight. If somebody decided that they want to have sex with men and then then they decided after 5 years I haven't had sex, that doesn't mean that they're not straight anymore. You know, if the urge is in you, it's in you. It doesn't mean that it goes away. If you still
So,
have
so
the
you
urge.
define it off the urge or the action?
Because I know a guy that got molested when he was a kid by a man. And although he's never acted on sex with a man, he says there's urges.
Yeah.
So does that make him gay?
I remember Tyler Perry saying this, and he said someone touched him when he was little and they put the urge in him.
Mm-hmm.
And once somebody puts that urge in you, it can't go away because they've created that sexual desire.
Yeah. And that's what happened to me. Like, I felt like, honestly. So the situation was the man was married. He had a wife. I liked him. And he pretty much walked me through the process of becoming him and his wife's girlfriend. I told you I hadn't even had an orgasm yet. So I was just like wide open. And I was vulnerable. I had just went through a divorce. And I resented him for a long time because once I did that, like you said, he put that urge in me with her. I could not, like I battled in my head, like, am I gay? I'm not gay. I don't want to be with a woman. I love men. You know, but that urge, because
Once it's in
it took me to another, place I had never been, But you're right. When that urge is there, it's never
Did y'all
gone.
get divorced because he couldn't give you an orgasm? That's what popped in my head.
My first husband? My husband? No, we got divorced because I was a meanie. I was a bitch.
Oh, okay.
All right,
Probably because he couldn't give you an
Let me
orgasm.
pivot. Too funny.